Hello, I'm David Miller, Mayor of Toronto, and I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to speak up against the death penalty. Canada has been a leader around the world. In fact, people come to Canada from countries around the world because of our shared values. Those values include peace, they include prosperity, they include equality and human rights. And the fact that Canada is not a death penalty country respects all of those values. In fact, I immigrated to Canada in 1967 with my mother. About 10 years later, I went to the university in the United States. And I came back to Canada. I chose to come back to Canada to go to law school and live in Canada because of those very values. I believe in shared notions of justice, equality, and community. The idea of the existence of the death penalty flies against all of those notions and is really against some pretty basic principles of human rights. From my perspective, no person has the right to take the life of another. The death penalty is cruel and inhumane punishment and is contrary to the principles and the language of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. As a lawyer, I know all too well that the justice system is not perfect, and there have been very prominent examples in recent memory. Donald Marshall, Guy Paul Morin. People who were completely exonerated, who were convicted by the system of murder and would have been subject to the death penalty had it existed. I think it's very important for people to speak up. Speak up to say why the death penalty is wrong. Speak up to say why the death penalty should continue to be banned in a country like Canada that values human rights, values freedom, and is a beacon for newcomers from around the world to come here because of those values, and to speak up because the justice system is human and death penalties can be applied to people who are innocent. I can't imagine, as a lawyer, as an elected official, as a parent, and as a Canadian, anything more terrifying for our country than an innocent person being put to death. The death penalty is wrong, and if people speak up, we will ensure that it never comes back to this country, and our country defends this principle internationally across the world.